welcome back to my channel. So I just talk about books that I love, books that I want to read, and books I'm scared to read on this channel. So welcome. In this video, I want to talk about romance books, specifically by Black romance authors. So a lot of these actually I've already read over the last few years, and some of them I have not read yet. But they're on my TBR, they're recent purchases, and yeah, so let's get into it. So I'm gonna start off with the ones that I have read. Actually, this one is my current read. So it's Game On by Sarisha Glass. I'm not gonna read the synopsis in this video of this books. I'm just gonna do like run throughs. So this one is really good. It's about two gamers. I'm about 100 pages in. So it's a Black author. The main female character is a Black woman, and they haven't said what the male main character is yet, but he's not Black, so it's a interracial romance. But it's really good. I'm a former gamer, like from as a kid into teenager. Me and my sister, we had PlayStations, Wii, and things like that. So yeah, so this is like really interesting me. The next one that I have read is Ties That Tether by Jamie Garo. She's a Nigerian Canadian author, I believe. But yeah, so this one is, I've actually read all her books. She's a romance. She's like those sappy romances. Is like this is her, that's her lane, and she's so good. She's a really good writer. So yeah, I highly recommend this one. I think this one is about so she's a Nigerian, I think the character is Nigerian American. So she obviously didn't grow up in Nigeria, and with like, I'm not stereotyping. Like a lot of my personal friends, my best friends are Nigerian, or just their family is from like a country in Africa. So I know this. They expect you to marry within your culture, not even just Nigerian, but if you're like Igbo, or like, one of the other tribes, like they expect you to marry within your culture and within your tribe. So the person that she finds that she falls in love with is not, and the story goes from there. So we go through their ups and downs, and it's just so good. You're like rooting for them, and he's so in love with her, she's so in love with him, and yeah. I love this book. I think I gave it 5 stars probably. I think Jamie Garo, like I give all her books 5 stars. It's just so good. So yes, look her up. And the next one is so cute. Just Fake It Till You Bake It by Jamie Wesley. It's so cute. I'm sorry, this was just so cute. It's like Cupcake Wars. It's like, I don't know. It's like Cupcake Wars in love. It's good. Like the girl, she's like she grew up like a rich girl, and like she's like not socialite, but she was like on a reality show, and it's based in San Diego too. So I'm not giving spoilers. This is all in the back, but yeah. So it's sort of enemies to lovers, because when they didn't meet, they had bad impressions of each other when they first met, and she ends up working for him at his cupcake bakery, I guess. What is a cupcake store called? Cupcake Bakery. And it goes from there. It's funny, it's cute, it's lighthearted. I highly recommend this one. One of my faves, Tia Williams, The Perfect Find. I also have 7 Days in June, but I don't know where it is. I just searched my bookshelf. I don't know where it is. I know I've let one of my best friends borrow it, but I know she gave it back to me. I don't know where I put it, so I gotta look some more. But The Perfect Find is still good because this one is probably like a little bit less trauma than 7 Days in June. But okay, if you watched the Netflix movie and haven't read this book, please don't let the Netflix movie deter you from reading the book. You should actually read the book instead of watching the movie. Just, it's not the same. Like, there's a lot of context that was missing from the movie. And the movie, let me stop, because I don't want to trash the movie, because it was good for what it was, but it was just too much missing. I'm one of those people, I guess I've turned into that. I'm one of those people who, if I read the book and a movie or a show comes out about the book, I'm like, they're missing that. They, I'm picking it apart in my head. But please, like, you should read the book. Like, look how much story it is that the movie missed a lot. I'm just gonna say that. I'm not trashing it, because somebody worked hard on the movie, like a whole cast and crew and the actors and the background actors and stuff like that. I don't want to trash it, but it's just, it wasn't a good Stop, Charnel. Okay. So yes. So this one is an age gap romance trope. That's it. And it's beautiful Black characters that is set in New York City, if you know. So you get like a fast-paced vibe. Like, it's a New York. It's like basically, I think I've heard the author say this. It's like a love story to New York. And, I'm in North Jersey, but I moved from California to this area in 2016. Yeah, 2016. To chase that New York dream, and I've chased it. I've achieved it. I've got my master's. I'm in the career field I love. Found my husband. Gave birth to my son here. So I also have a personal love for New York and just this whole tri-state area. But anyway, so long story short, this was like a 6-star for me. I love Tia Williams. I love her writing. She doesn't know me, I don't know her, but she's one of those authors like Kennedy Ryan, like, you just root for them and you want good things to happen for them, like nothing but good things. And yeah, so long story short, I love this book. Read The Perfect Find. And next one is another cute one, The Neighbor Favor by Christina Forrest. So this one, I don't know if Christina Forrest said that it's a series, but the second one that's coming out in February. What's it called? Oh, I forget what it's called, but sorry, but Christina Forrest, the second one that's coming out is actually the main character here is sister. So I think they're like it's probably standalone, like how Kennedy Ryan does. Like, they're like standalone series. Like, you can read them standalone. But anyways, The Neighbor Favor. This one is, I don't know what trope to call it, but he, the main male character and the female character, they, this is on the back. I'm just trying to summarize it, but they were emailing each other somehow, and they stopped because they were like he stopped. He like basically ghosted her, and they never saw each other in person, but they end up meeting each other in person, but she doesn't know it's him. She doesn't know that he's the one that she was emailing with. And he doesn't tell her for a while, and we go from there. So, but this one, it was cute. And yeah. And he's an author, so it's one of those bookish books. I love those. I forgot to say before. I love those. So he's an author, the male character. And yeah, this one was really cute. I loved it. It's one of those, just like Fake It Till You Bake It. It's like sappy, like, you know, I think there's like a third act breakup. Sorry, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's like one of those sappy love stories, like romance, that you're just rooting for both of them, you know. Yeah. And another one that I have read, another Black author that I've read, is A.E. Valdez. I read A Worthy Love. This is the only physical book that I have from A.E. Valdez. The other ones that I've read from her, I read on my Kindle, and I didn't pull them up. But I basically her whole excuse me catalog is romance, like love stories, like pure romance, just Black love. So I recommend basically all her books. But I think next to Snow King Catches His Snowflake, which I read on my Kindle, this was my favorite. Those two are my favorite. They're like tied. And they're in different series too. So like, cause she has multiple series. That one was like the Three Kings. Yeah, that was the Snow King Catches His Snowflake is the first one, I believe, from the Three Kings series. And this one is I forget which series, but I bought this and read it, like not realizing that there was a couple books before it, but I still loved it. I still like, she's still, the way she writes it, like you still catch on to like the context. Oh, that person's with that person and they already have their own book, but that I didn't read, but it was still good. I loved it. And her covers, I don't know who her artist is, her illustrator is, but her covers like make you want to read the books too, because they're just beautiful, gorgeous. Yeah, this one's a thick baddie, but it's very easy to read because it's so much dialogue. Yeah, there's so much dialogue that it just, you're like into the story and not even realizing that you're reading such a thick book. And I believe this trope was like enemies to lovers. Yes, they're enemies to lovers. They are. Which I think a lot of her books are A.E. Valdez, but she does it so well. Yeah, you will love that one. And the next one, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, the best short book you'll ever read, Only for the Weak by Natasha Bishop. When I tell you, I read this on my Kindle. No, this is what happened. I ordered this. And like the next day, I saw it on Kindle Unlimited. And I was like, I'm going to read it. So I read it on my Kindle. It showed up. And like, I like read, like skimmed some parts like in the physical book. But I'm glad I didn't, because it looks like, it's like pure still. no bending. But this one is so good. When a man rents a yacht for you, just so you could read your books in peace, he's the top book boyfriend, and there's no other competition. There's nothing else to be said. Sorry to everyone else in the books I just showed y'all, but I think it spoke to all of us bookish girlies, because it's like, that's what we all want. Like, for example, when my husband gives me, let's see, like, you know, when he just like, okay, babes, I got the baby, go do what you want, and, you know, go read. Like, I swoon, because it's like, you know, it's my favorite, you know, it's my thing, you know, it's my self-care, basically. So yeah, so when somebody sees you and they know you, and especially us book girlies, we know y'all are gonna, if you haven't read this, or if you have, go in the comments, let's talk, please. I love this book. 6 stars. I don't care, it doesn't exist. I don't care. 6 stars. Only for the Weak. I hope we get like, I hope Natasha Bishop gives us more from them, because it is a short book. Yeah, it's like a little over 200 pages, but I hope we continue on and like get like a part 2, like, oh, this is how they're doing. I don't know. I love them. Anyway, sorry, let me get off this, but Only for the Weak by Natasha Bishop. You guys should definitely read this. I know it's on Kindle Unlimited, but the physical book is really, it's nothing like holding it and like really seeing all the text messages and I'm gonna give y'all a little sneak peek. Like, this is what she does. Like, she adds in pictures of like the resort area, like the beaches. Y'all need to read this. Okay, I'm gonna get off of it. Okay, and then another one is my fave, Real by Kennedy Ryan. Like I said, this is the first, my other video, I think I said this. This is the first Kennedy Ryan, am I lying? No, yes. This is the first Kennedy Ryan book I read. So before I Let Go and the Hoop series, I read this one. I think because it was technically a standalone and I didn't want to commit to a series, so like, because it was my first time getting introduced to her writing and getting into it. And this is another thick baddie, but this one, oh, Canon is the main character, and Neva Saint, oh, I love her name, is the main female character. And I was just picturing them like this, like how they look the whole time, and it's like Hollywood glamour, Broadway glamour, which I love. I love any story that's like showcasing like, oh, this is like I'm a famous actress or actor or whatever, like old Hollywood. It's funny because in real life I don't really care for Hollywood, but I think like this black Hollywood thing, like I've loved it. You get to see like they're creating a film together, and it is a slow burn. I don't know what trope it would be, but it is a slow burn. And this is my introduction to Kennedy Ryan's writing and how she puts a story together, and she includes, I don't want to give anything away, but she includes real life things that women and people in general go through in the mix of the romance. So it's not just sappy, like, it's pure romance, but there's like real life things like health, family, and things like that. I don't want to give anything away, but it makes the story like fully come together, in my opinion. And I really, really loved it. So get into Real. I think on my Bookstagram too, it was like one of my first reviews, and she commented or she DM'd me, Kennedy Ryan. And I was like, oh my gosh, like so that's what I'm saying. That's why Tia Williams too. She like responded to like a story I did for one of her books on Instagram. Yeah, so these authors, it's the thing too, tangent, these black authors, especially these independent ones, like they're just like us. Like they're they're trying to put themselves out there too, and I don't want to say more, but they're very engaging with like when we put out our content, and I love that. It's like, yeah, you're my favorite author, but we can kiki, like, girl, I love this, like, and yeah, they're real people. So I try to remember that, and I wish other people would too, when the way they talk about some authors' work, not just black authors, but just anyone's work. So that's my whole little spiel on that. But like I said, like, she's a good person. Kennedy Ryan, Tia Williams, all of them. But so just try to remember that when you read their stories. But yeah, I loved Real. It's a thick baddie, but it's another one with like pictures, like you see, spotlights, because you know Neva is from Broadway, and a lot of dialogue, and you get to read the script of the movie within the book. So yeah. Okay, so now another one that I read, it's not romance, and it's not only about romantic love, but it's all about love by Bell Hooks. This is a really good book. It's a nonfiction book. It's not self-help, it's just nonfiction about the different types of love. So there is romantic love in it, but there's familial love, mother-daughter love, father-daughter love, friendship, and things like that. It's a really good book to just like to do some self-reflection. Like, so I read it like once, like the whole way through before. And I have some page markers in here of like pages that I liked. But it's another one of those books that it's like you can always go back to. And also it's about self-love. I don't know if I said that. So it's another one of those books you can always go back to like reflect on stuff. So, you know, romance and like Valentine's Day and things like that, love is not just romance. It's, you know, all that love encompasses. And then I'll quickly go through some other Black authors that, so these are the ones I have not read, but they're still romance books by Black authors that I recommend. So I've talked about this one before. It's The Situationship by Taylor Dior Rumble. This is a UK Black author. And you know what situationships are. Red flags. I love the cover. So we know what situationships are. I don't recommend them. I don't recommend situationships. Especially, you know, if somebody's stringing you along, don't do it. But I think this is what the core of this book is you know, they start off as a situationship, and they want to be, one of them wants it to be more, like, you know, a deeper relationship. And then the next one is Play to Win by Jodie Slaughter. Yeah, Jodie Slaughter. This is a ex-wife, ex-husband book, like second chance. Oh, I guess it's second chance romance. Duh, Charnel. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about it. So this is on my mom actually gave me this book, or I don't even know if she bought it for me. I don't know if she read it and gave it to me, but she's the one who handed it to me. Like, here's a book, Charnel. Yeah. So it says, when it comes to second chances, you gotta play to win. I love that. And the next one that I want to read is Kitty Wright again. See, I told y'all, like, once I get into these authors, I'm hooked. So this is Hook Shot. It's in the Hoop series. So I read Long Shot. And what's the other one? Block Shot. I didn't read that one. But I was super interested in, so Long Shot is about August. He's the male, and Iris is the female. Iris has a cousin named Lotus, and this is where Hookshot comes in. And if you read Long Shot, you'll see like Lotus is very interesting. Her character is very interesting, and they're cousins, but the best friendship they have, like, you love it. And you want to know more about Lotus. So I'm glad that she has Hookshot. So this is a age gap romance, and yeah. And I have read Tia Williams, The Perfect Find. That's another age gap romance. So I guess I like it. But yeah, so I'm excited to get into this one. And then this is, I don't usually do this, or I don't really gravitate towards them, but this is a collection of short stories, I believe. Yes, Love in Color is the title, and then it's by Bolu Babalola. So it says mythical tales from around the world retold. So I think it's a collection of short stories based on, maybe it's like love stories from around the world, like mythological stories from around the world retold in Black love form. So I'm excited about that. I've had this for a long time. I think I got it from thrift books like years ago, and I just haven't read it, but I need to. But I do recommend it because I've heard nothing but good things about it. So yeah. All right, so those are all the romance books, especially with the month of February coming soon. It's Love Month, Valentine's Day, Galentine's Day month. So those are all the romance books by Black authors that I recommend. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, subscribe. Let's talk in the comments. Follow me on my Bookstagram, my Instagram. And let's keep the conversation going. Happy Valentine's Day soon. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys.